Today we're going to be talking about college options. If you are seeking formal education beyond high school, we're going to look at a few options. We'll start out with state and public colleges and universities, and keeping in mind a college is generally an institution that offers only one specific program. I use the example of Robert Morris because it used to be a business college, so all they offered were business majors. However, it has changed its status to a university, and a university offers more than one subject area, more than one area to earn degrees in. So Robert Morris used to be business. Now you can get a business degree, education, nursing, and several others, communications, media, things like that. So they have, gotten university status. So college is if they only offer one particular program, universities offer multiple types of programs. Now, some examples of state and public colleges and universities locally would be IUP, Pitt, Slippery Rock, University of Maryland, Bowling Green, and West Virginia, WVU. I'm going to talk about some different criteria for each of the four so that will help you understand. And these are generalizations. This isn't true of every school, but it's kind of a generalization about our state schools. Academically wise, they offer 4-year degree programs or higher. Master's is an extra year, and then some PhD programs. They offer a vast selection of majors. This is great for undeclared majors because, for example, when I went to school, I was declared, but I was elementary ed, and I came out with a business teaching degree. So I did change my major. I didn't have to change my school. I went to IUP. I didn't have to change my school. I didn't lose any credits. The class sizes in a state college or university are generally going to be large, like maybe 40 or higher. I know I had a class at IUP. It was a biology class, and there were over 100 students in it. Home sweet home, as far as your dorm life goes, very simple dorms, nothing too fancy. I know I had cinder block walls in mine, pretty much one room, shared bathrooms. I had one roommate. They do have a lot of off-campus housing that's available, but oftentimes you generally are going to stay on campus for at least your first year. As far as bang for your buck goes, same state schools are very affordable. So I went to IUP, and my tuition was pretty decent, and we'll be looking at that as part of our project in this lesson. So you can take a look. Now, if you go to a state college or university in another state, the cost will be much higher for you to attend. I know my cousin went to WVU, and she lived in Pennsylvania, and the cost was about $18,000 for her to go there per year, whereas if she was a resident of West Virginia, it would have been $8,000. So the cost was pretty significant. So it is nice to attend a school in your same state that you reside in. As far as social goes, lots of opportunity for social. You're going to have your fraternities, sororities, clubs, activities, athletics. Often these kinds of schools are close to cities, or they are the city, and there are a lot of things to do. Private colleges and universities, there's a few examples, again, some local and some not. Boston College, Xavier, Duquesne University, Carnegie Mellon, Robert Morris, I mentioned that one before. These are private schools, and comparing the private schools academic-wise, they offer 4-year or higher degree programs. Less majors to choose from possibly at your private schools. However, they may have more specialized programs that you can't find at a state school. So if you have a specific degree you're looking for, or maybe something new that's coming up, up and coming, you may be more likely to find that at a private college or university. Your class sizes are going to be smaller. As far as your dorm life, it's going to be usually a little bit of a nicer dorm, a little more inviting. So you see a lot more like your bathroom within your dorm, or maybe it's more of a suite whenever you are living at a private university. Bang for your buck, generally are private schools, private indicating quite costly. Financial aid does help make these schools affordable. They do offer excellent amenities such as state-of-the-art computer labs, trendy student centers. So you're going to get what you pay for probably. It's just, making sure, and we will look at financial aid a little bit later, making sure that's going to work for you and your family. Social climate, they are generally smaller schools, but plenty to do, intramurals, social organizations, clubs. You want to choose carefully if you prefer to be near cities. And as I said, some of these are some generalizations. So, obviously Duquesne is right in the heart of the city. So, it does depend on what schools you're looking at. But as you conduct your research, and we'll be talking about criteria to look at, that's one of the things to consider. You also have your community colleges. Here you can get Community College of Allegheny County or Butler County Community College. As far as academics go, the highest degree they're going to offer is an associate's. However, that is a good option. They may allow you to transfer to other schools to earn the 4-year, to follow up with your associates with a bachelor's at another school. This is a good option if you're not sure you want to complete a 4-year program, or if you need a little time to make that transition from high school to college. Generally, as far as dorm life goes, there isn't a whole lot. Some schools, some community colleges do offer some dorm life, but not all of them. If you're looking at CCAC and the North Hills campus, there's not on-campus housing, but the North Side campus does have some housing. So again, that's kind of a generalization. You really have to look into it. Bang for your buck, definitely. Tuition's very reasonable. They do offer something called Passport to Higher Education in Pennsylvania, which offers the opportunity for you to transfer directly into a state school, state system of higher education school, something like IUP, Slippery Rock, California University of Pennsylvania. Another thing that's interesting is community colleges really offer a lot more opportunity for Saturday and evening classes, so that if you're a full-time worker trying to seek at least an associate's or a certificate, you have that opportunity. Social climate, again, it's not going to be a great social climate unless, of course, there is campus housing, because most people are commuters. They're not sticking around on campus after their courses. There will be some clubs and activities, though. Finally, we have our technical and trade schools. Places locally, PTI, Bradford, Le Cordon Bleu. These are your specialized schools that are going to offer a specific program. Bella Capella, for example, is going to offer cosmetology, the culinary arts, Le Cordon Bleu. So they offer very specialized training. Academically, you're getting certification and you join the workplace. Your programs are short. They can be 5 to 12 months or longer. Generally, you start the program and there aren't spring break and summer break. You pretty much go consistently through the time period that they offer the program. All your classes directly relate to your chosen career. Examples that you might consider if you're considering a career in cosmetology or auto maintenance or a hygienist career, a technical and trade school might be a good option for you. As far as Home Sweet Home goes, I read same as a community college, really, except for again, PTI is an example of a technical school that has on-campus housing. So, and they do offer some real-world apartment living as well locally. Bang for your buck. Your costs are going to vary by school and program, of course, but they can be high. However, keep in mind you'll be in school less time, so you'll be paying less tuition, possibly in the end. You may only be there for 15 months, so that's something to consider. Social climate, again, I wrote zero social opportunity. Again, it depends on the school, but in general, these are people that attend these schools, they commute, and they leave when their school is over. And often these programs are 8-hour days. So you're in the program, you're in it for 8 hours, you spend the day in school, and then off you go, after 12 months or 15 months or when you complete your program. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to do some college or post-secondary research in this lesson. So it's important for you to think of what you might shop around for and what criteria might be important to you. So I created a couple lists here. For example, the type of school definitely has to be the right fit for what your choice of your career is. Public versus private, 2-year versus 4-year. How much does it cost? The financial aid you might be able to get. Admission criteria. Of course, you want to make sure you have the grades and the courses that are required, and of course the SAT scores. School and class size. Its location. Is it somewhere located? If you like city living, is that going to work for you? Where's the setting? Sometimes college campuses are the town because it comes in such a small town. How far it is from home? Will you have to take a flight to get there and back? That could change your chances of coming home frequently. Ethnic composition, religious affiliation, single gender, co-ed. Areas of study, you definitely want to make sure you have the major, or if you're considering a couple majors, really try to pick a school that's going to have those options so you don't necessarily have to transfer. The facilities, the campus environment, a lot of that you really don't know until you go out there and get on campus and visit and compare and contrast with some of the other schools. So while we will do some pencil and paper kind of research during this lesson, it's important for you to continue your research beyond the classroom here. You can look at social activities, athletics, things that you can look at: graduation, retention rates, job placement rates, accreditation, which is basically, something favored, looked favorably upon. It's, their program is definitely, it's received accolades, and it's recognized for its rigor and excellent ability to prepare you for a career. So those are some things we'll be looking at as far as choosing a school. And we're also going to be using some websites. I love using websites. I love using database websites beyond just going to the school's website, because the school's website is a marketing tool. It's for you to want to go there. So some of the sites that we'll be using I have listed here. I love them. Like, they can match you to a college if you don't even know what, you know what major you want, but you have no idea where to even start looking. They can match you based on criteria you pick. Or if you have a college in mind, you can go right to it. And there's databases here like College Board, College View. They've gathered facts about schools and make it very easy for you to find details and compare and contrast. Princeton Review kind of lets you know what schools might have been given accolades for their programs. And then campustours.com is a fun site. Now, it doesn't have a tour of every school that exists out there, but it gives you like a virtual tour of some schools. I know some of my students have enjoyed using it to compare and contrast the dorms, and hey, look at this dorm compared to that one, this is where I'm going, or look at this campus. So it gives you a nice opportunity to kind of at least get a virtual tour before you actually go and visit. So those are some of the sites we'll be using over the next the course of the lesson, and hopefully you'll continue using them beyond our classroom. Maybe you can share them with your parents and continue to use them as you continue your college planning.